Lord Captain, allow me to report our journey through the warp is coming to an end. Lady Navigator Orselio informs me that we have reached the point where we can translate to real space in the Furibundus system. The Lady Navigator and her pilots are awaiting your permission to begin the process. The Furibundus system is home to Footfall, the only Imperium outpost with a functioning wharf in the Coronis Expanse. The tech priests are begging you to have mercy on the machine worn down by the warp and to allow the servants of the Omnissiah to inspect and heal the void ship's wounds in the dock. The prayer and rituals will take some time, which our astropathic choir will use to establish a connection with the prime worlds of your protectorate, Dargonus, Janus, and Kiava Gamma. Master Zachary Weiss has recovered an invitation previously adrift in the Immaterium. The Liege of Footfall has humbly requested an audience with the rogue trader of the Von Valancius dynasty. According to Master Zachary, the message was tinted with shades of pleading. I quote, "Apparently the Liege is anxious to meet as soon as possible." Footfall, the place where filth and sanctity go hand in hand. Reverend Aeronomus Doloroso will most likely expect a visit from me. I imagine he will be interested in talking to you as well. I'll be leaving your void ship when we arrive on Footfall. Once that is done, consider the Lord Inquisitor's task complete. Your Lordship, young Evan Winterscale, has asked me to convey his gratitude for your hospitality and for saving him from certain death. Not with wishing to outstay his welcome, he plans to disembark at Footfall. Lord Evan swears he will not forget his debt to you. I hereby inform the rogue trader that during a comprehensive system inspection rite, this unit discovered data clusters within the captain's cogitator that are concealed from prying eyes by means of a personal cipher and a sacrament of algorithmic authorization. Unit Drifter Von Valancius has been added to the access list and assigned the identifier Keeper 2. This unit can access the data from the captain's cogitator provided that he possesses the decryption key. Okay. So, we're out of one problem and right into the next. Alright. What do I need to know about Footfall? It is the largest port and the trading capital of the Coronis Expanse. It has a dockyard that will allow us to inspect and repair the void ship, and it boasts its own astropathic choir, the Coronis Expanse Communications Nexus. Not to mention pirate hideouts, smuggler caches, and forts belonging to a dozen gangs, groups, and factions. In the Coronis Expanse, the Imperium relies on this as its outpost. The fringes of humanity's domain rarely resemble its central worlds, but so as long as Footfall serves the God Emperor, insofar as it can, it will be considered a citadel of the Imperium, although I have heard that the tithes it sends are underwhelming to say the least. Due to Footfall's remoteness, it has developed its own rules and customs. Many of the goods that can be procured there would be considered heresy in the heart of the Imperium, enough to warrant summary execution. Moreover, Footfall is the domain of the rogue traders who transcend certain Imperial laws by virtue of the warrant they bear. This is sounding like our kind of place. Alright, yeah, well, Lady Navigator, let's go back into real space. Big Dis begins issuing instructions. The massive ship appears to change with her every word. The bridge is set in motion as hundreds of people start to prepare for the shift to real space, and measured chanting fills the corridors. One more thing, Lord Captain. No one at the station knows about Lady Theodora's demise and you inheriting the title. Liege Tukara will be informed it is required so we can use the dock, and besides, he is expecting a personal audience with the rogue trader. He will not meet with an unknown person of unclear standing. However, there is still the matter of announcing your arrival. You can either arrive on the station with the proper pomp and ceremony, or choose to visit it incognito. Tell me in detail how these choices will benefit me. According to Footfall's unwritten laws, rogue traders enjoy special privileges that exceed even the power of the liege. However, they may choose not to exercise those privileges in certain situations. Arriving incognito will give you more room for maneuver, while an official visit will allow you to directly intervene in local affairs. I shall explain if you do not mind. As per this unwritten rule, every rogue trader arriving at the station has the right to veto any of the liege's decisions. But there is a catch. The Coronis Expanse is home to several influential rogue trader dynasties, and Footfall is where their interests intersect. Of course, that does not prevent certain persons, namely Caligos Winterscale, from subtly pulling the strings on Footfall. If you, as a new rogue trader, start your career with an official landing and a parade in your honour, the other dynasties may see this gesture as the newcomer challenging their spheres of influence. I do not see that as a bad thing necessarily. Old Man Winterscale may take slight offence, Chorda will be put on her guard, but you have just risen to prominence and most people in the Coronis Expanse have not even heard about Lady Theodora's departure yet. It must be made clear that the banner of Von Valancia soars as high as ever. If I may, I would recommend arriving incognito. You will have plenty of opportunities to savour the sweetness and the burden of power, but right now is the last time you can take refuge in obscurity. This way your arrival will not draw much attention, and the people will treat you as a person and not the almighty sovereign anointed by the Emperor. It could turn some situations to your advantage. Yeah, it's just, the thing, if we do this, like, I'm tempted to do this, but it also, like, immediately it makes us seem untrustworthy. Because we're kind of being dishonest. Let's go incognito. It will be done, Lord Captain. With your gracious permission, I will return to my duties. Alright, so I haven't played the game in like 2 or 3 months, so I might be a little bit rusty. But we are gonna begin and check out this new area that we've discovered. And I am still playing on the older version of the game, so not on the 1.5 patch that came out whenever it came out. I'm still playing on the previous version. So if stuff looks different to the current build of the game, it's because it is different. And I think the only major thing that I did was I respect Agenta. How do I get to here? Yeah, get to here. And yeah, just kind of change some of the stuff. I decided the build that she had with that that ability that I gave her, I don't even remember what it was called, but I didn't really like it. It was probably one of these ones. And yeah, was it Entrench or something? It just overly complicated and didn't really need it. So instead, yeah, gave her dash and gave her concentrated fire. And what's rapid fire? Yeah, no. Yeah, so change some of her abilities, and I did start speccing her out in strength, because I believe at some point we will get our hands on a heavy bolter, a non-heretical heavy bolter, and I think I kind of want to give her that and make that her specialty. So yeah, changed her abilities. Everyone else I think is mostly the same. We still got a spec Abelard, which I guess we'll do that at some point. Anyway, let's get into it, because I am eager to play this game again. Right, Lord Captain, I'm getting reports of several ships moving toward us. Judging by the fact that they're not responding to our hails, and the telemetry shows a trail of macro batteries. They're not here for a chinwag. Ready to issue orders to prepare for battle at your command. Okay. Yep, well, if they want to fight, we'll give them one. There'll be time to ask questions later. Okay, so... oh, okay. Cobra class destroyer. Well, here we go. We've got ship combat. You've engaged the enemy in space combat. Battles in space and on the surfaces of planets work quite differently from one another. Oh, good. Well, even more to learn. In space combat, the battlefield is separated onto 3 zones marked by various degrees of brightness. acceleration zone, mid-movement zone, end movement zone. Ships travel at high speeds even during combat, which is why both your ships and those of your enemies must move a certain distance each round. You can only... Oh, wait. You can only end your turn once your ship has traversed this minimum required distance upon entering the end movement zone. To move the ship, click left mouse button on any accessible cell on the battlefield. Once you do, you will see a hologram of the ship that will allow you to evaluate the efficiency of future attacks and actions from that position, just as you would in regular combat. Click LMB again to confirm your choice and command the ship to move. Alternatively, you can click right mouse button to remove the hologram. So we have to move, so we cannot stay still. So how close do we want to be to attack them? I don't know. Can we shoot first? Ah, here we go. Look, this gives us our range. Interesting. So we kind of probably want to be like here.
Helmsman, take us in.
Okay, that might be a bit loud. Your ship is equipped with an arsenal of weapons which differ in terms of range of fire and offer you a variety of ways to assault your opponents. The ship can attack with each of its weapons once per turn. Oh, with each of its weapons. Note that these can be fired as the ship moves, as attacking does not end at the ship's movement. Each of the ship's weapons has a separate attack action on the panel at the bottom of the screen. You can click on an attack's icon to view its firing arc and consider what position on the battlefield would be the most advantageous for your ship. Select an attack action on the panel at the bottom of the screen to attack an enemy. Then click on the enemy ship. Each turn you can use each of the ship's attacks once. Maneuver your ship in battle. Attack with different weapons to make the most out of your ship's capabilities. Okay, yeah, so we're probably not going to be able to get that guy, because I moved too far away from him. But this guy we can probably light up. Oh, wow, okay, they don't go very far. Man, we've got a lot of weapons here. Okay, so that one we can only fire straight ahead. That one, oh, okay, I see.
Macro cannon, open fire!
Yeah, so some ships are protected by shields. To deal damage to such an enemy, you must first pierce their shields. 2 shield arrays cover the ship's sides, one protects its bow and one its stern. Oh, damn! They got 2 ships. Bro, this is complicated. When facing an enemy ship equipped with shields, choose your angle of attack wisely and direct your fire at a side where the shields are weakened or completely depleted. Note that enemy shields recover each round. The Rogue Trader's flagship is likewise protected by shields. If the enemy attacks you from a side where the shields are weakened or depleted, the ship will take damage. The flagship's damage shields do not recover at the start of the next turn. Instead, they can be restored using the Restart Shields action on the panel at the bottom of the screen. Restarting the shields reduces the flagship's combat efficiency. On its next turn, it will have reduced movement speed and front. Oh, right. So their shields just come back automatically with no penalty, and ours don't. Well, that's very fair, isn't it? Yeah, so if we were to go... Oh man, that's so close though. Can we just ram them? Oh jeez. Really? We can't shoot directly in front? Oh, that's cringe.
Fire at will.
Okay. Yeah, right, okay, so I've probably stuffed this up a little bit. Yeah, okay, yeah, so we want it to be like there. If I'd gone there, we would have been able to mess it up. Oh, they're trying to leave, okay. So I've used all the weapons that I can. So how do we end our turn? End turn. Oh, what? They're trying to get away. I don't think so, dog. I don't think so. I'm not done with you. Oh, no. Oh, right. So we can't just turn on a dime.
Engage the engines.
That sucks. Yeah, that really sucks, hey? Oh, yeah, so you gotta be very... very smart about where you position. You kind of got to think ahead. Oh, yeah, we... Oh, no, we can... Yeah, no, they're just out of range. Well, I guess we might restart the shield then, seeing as we can't do anything. Yeah, so that guy's gone. But this guy, he's yeah, we can get him, hopefully. Yeah, right. Yeah, so yeah, we really... We really just, yeah, oh, this is brutal. Yeah, like what do we do if they're just always behind us? Let's make him chase. Because, yeah, otherwise we're just going to run around in circles pointlessly. Oh, is he gone? Yeah, he escaped. That's a bummer, isn't it? Oh, so what's the... Yeah, like even there, I'm not sure we're going to be able to do anything to him.
Helmsman, take us in.
But I guess we have to try. This is crazy. Okay, there we go. We did some damage. Oh, and we can get this one.
Taste our fury.
Okay. Alright, so they're doing a runner.
Coordinates set.
They're any... Oh, so close. We're one tile off being able to get him. Oh, it sucks. Okay. Well, yeah, it doesn't seem like there's much of a way to stop them from escaping, hey? Yeah, no, we don't want to be... Yeah, we want to go this way. Is what we want.
Engage the engines.
We want to chase them down. And again, yeah, it's just that one... We need longer range weapons. You get back here. I'm not done with you. Because, yeah, the problem is, yeah, like if we go there...
Coordinates set.
Yeah, just nothing that we can really do. Well, are they going to escape as well? Yeah.
The void may be harsh.
They're gone.
But we're harsher.
Okay. Enemy attacks can penetrate your shields and damage your ship's hull. This damage remains after the battle is over and must be repaired. Open the Void Ship Management Screen V to make repairs to your ship. Use scrap to repair your ship and restore its hull integrity. Scrap can be found while exploring star systems, collected after certain space battles, or purchased from merchants affiliated with various factions. Increases ram damage and reduces damage suffered when ramming in a... Oh yeah, well we absolutely want to ram them. 100%. We do. That is absolutely what we want. Yeah, and so being able to fire every weapon every turn, it's actually not as helpful as you think because you have to be in the right position to use the weapon. Pretty specific position. Oh no, it's generous. Your lordship, something sinister is unfolding among the survivors from Rykad Minoris. There have already been several cases of evacuated refugees being found either dead or dying. All of them had been blinded using various means. I fear there is reason to believe that there were agents of the cult among the people who came on board. I knew the anathema would not fully release its hold of those doleful souls just yet. Then let us march and drive it away. Yeah, give us more information. How were they quartered? How were they supervised? The serfs and the planetary wardens were assigned to 2 auxiliary lower decks. The commoners are riled up and frightened by the calamity, so to keep their senselessness in check, we only assign those of sound mind to work and pump sedative gas through the ventilation into the compartments holding the rest. So you drugged them. The venerated Praetor Electroid Da Impulse 6, of course, the Praetor, and his retinue took refuge in one of the engineering bays, or more accurately, they barricaded themselves in. The wise servants of the Omnissiah are fearful beyond measure that ignorant lay people might damage or offend their miraculous fusion reactor, so they cloistered themselves in their own personal fortress. Alright, tell us more about the killings. 11 bodies have been found thus far. The first victim had their eyes burned out with a gas torch. The second had acid splashed in their face. The third was found wandering around on their last legs with metal pins. What the? They died before we could interrogate them. The rest were killed and disfigured in similar ways through blinding. No trace of the killer's identity was found. So, yeah, so they're trying, they have all been blinded, just in various gruesome ways. Right, well, begin the interrogations. That's our only option. It will be done, your lordship. If I may interject, there is no need. The interrogations have already been conducted. I put the enforcers on alert as soon as the first body was discovered, though I decided not to disturb your lordship until I had the results. Well, now I do. We've already arrested, let's see, 4 perpetrators at the scenes of the crimes that had yet to take place. Those are not murders. They are... okay, they are self-deletions. Explain yourself. The people we apprehended were about to blind themselves and end their own lives. I am confident that all who perished did the same. When questioned, they all said the same thing. They are haunted by the sight of the dying Rykad Minoris. Even in their sleep, they still see the same horrific picture, so the sad wretches would do anything to make this nightmare stop. Huh. Yeah, let's just assign more enforcers, I guess, because we've got options here, but I mean, drugging people hasn't worked, so yeah, I think yeah, we just need to watch him. And like, hopefully he's right. I mean, it's better if they're taking themselves out than if there are cultists on board the ship taking other people out. So yeah, assign enforcers. Certainly, Lord Captain, except I'm afraid it is not just the refugees. 3 out of the 4 people we arrested were members of the crew. They watched Rykad Minoris die and it left their minds scarred. We all bear the mark of that dark catastrophe, for it was the attention of the ruinous powers that branded our very souls. May the God Emperor have mercy on us. You were warned, your lordship. It is regrettable that you did not... Bro... Yeah, so helpful. Thanks, bro. That's... Right, so... Yeah, okay, well... Bro, the planet got blown up. All we can do is go on. There's probably... Bro, this is 40k, man. This planet's getting wiped out, like, every day. Yeah, these guys need to harden up. Make planet fall on Footfall. Yeah, well, that's what I want to do. Oh, okay, and the douchebag is leaving. Okay, yeah, because he did say he was going to leave come Footfall, hey. So we'll have to level up Abelard. That's alright. Can we do that now? No, alright. Your lordship, forgive me for not welcoming you with the appropriate obeisance? I don't know what that word means. We were told that you would prefer to arrive on Footfall incognito, and so we are trying to attract as little attention as possible. Yep, that's perfectly fine. I'm here on behalf of the Liege of Footfall, Lord Vladimir Tukara. The Liege awaits the chance to speak with you at his residence, but if you happen to have other business to attend to, I can serve as your guide and tell you about the station. This is so familiar. Behind the amber-coloured scattering of words of welcome, far less appealing hues lurk, murky and diluted. The look of someone accustomed to lying and hiding their intentions. Someone's coming, and they're coming for us. Watch out, Lord Captain. Abelard sighs and casually places his hand on his weapon. Yeah, who's coming? Judging by the voices, there's a lot of them, angry. They've got teeth, but they aren't sharp. Their strength is their numbers. Right. Pray, what are you talking about? What could you mean by such a cryptic pronet?
Hey, newcomers! How's this for a warm welcome? I'll make an example out of you.
Rake
bleed you dry.
them all. Yeah, and then we'll just... Yeah, we'll try and cook these guys. Yeah, we can move her up there and then just fry these douchebags. Yeah, and we might just put... We'll put ourselves up there as well to draw fire away from her. Alright, let's start the fight. Let's do this thing.
Step aside. The navigator is coming.
Now, just got to remember the things that, yeah, Little Astaire should absolutely decimate those pricks. But she can do some other stuff too. So that said no MP, but he got some MP. I think that might be one of the buffs that she has. Yeah, let's do that. And then we'll move up. And then break them. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about, bro. Alright. So then can we... Alright, so... End the turn. Oh yeah, now fry these douchebags. There we go. Oh wow, it hit those guys back there as well. I didn't even see those guys. Right, and she can move again. Well, that's perfect. Although they're gonna... Yeah, oh, okay, this is actually a little bit bad, isn't it? I think in there is a good little...
Be careful not to cross my gaze.
Hiding place for you. Alright.
Look out.
Ha ha ha! Whoa! Oh, damn, he just lost his turn.
Let's get to it.
That's brutal.
Out of my way.
Oh, okay, these guys are pretty tough. Alright. Yeah, so she could light up a great deal of them. If that's what we want to do. So just got to remember her abilities. Yeah, okay, so... And I think she's got a skill where... Yeah, this... Yeah, she can use a grenade as like a free action. Yeah, I think get those guys. Beautiful. Although... Oh, crap. We're going to hit our own guys. Whoops. Okay, my bad, my bad. I should have moved her first. I didn't think about that. Yeah.
As the Emperor commands.
All right. Well, that wasn't the best, but whatever. So if we do that, yeah, she can indeed shoot again.
As the Emperor
Beautiful. Alright, now fall back. Yeah, now, because yeah, he could probably with his rifle, he could potentially take her out. All right, we'll just do that then. Okay. Okay, now Drifty. Yeah, I feel like these guys need some support on this side of the map, hey. Hit them both. Beautiful. Beautiful. That's all we can do. We're out of actions.
Here we go.
Is the reward.
Oh, she dodged it. Nice. Alright, now. How do we use this? Makes a willpower if it's... Yeah, so... No, because we're going to be able to just mess him up. So he's dead. It's just a matter of what else can we do. Now, this is... Yeah, that's 2 AP, so we can do one more thing. Yeah, go on you, and then just cook that guy. He's done.
What an unfortunate turn of fate.
Fare ye well. And it did some damage to her as well. Beautiful. Oh, then Cassie is back. Sweet. So wait, so who have they got left? Yeah, they got you. Oh, there's you two as well. Right, I totally forgot about you guys. You know what to do. Destroy them. Destroy them all.
Me? Try to die with grace at
Oh,
least.
okay. Don't stand next to them. They get to make a reaction attack. Gotcha. Okay. Alright, well, those guys are dead. They didn't last long.
I can handle this.
No, you cannot. We are gonna drink your blood. Oh, no. Oh, no, our bro's out. Okay. Get her, Abelard. Mess her up. She's absolutely dead.
Another enemy down.
Alright, now. This man, we gotta check on him. Damn cutscene. Emperor, protect me. They killed... Yeah, they did. They were scumbags. Every time I warned them and they go all, "Dear Emperor, our Lord and Savior, how could this have happened? Who could have thought?" Yeah. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I was ready to take cover, man, but... Alright, so what do we got? So we can comfort him, yeah. Oh, unwashed worm, that's harsh. Yeah, yeah, do you know anything about who these guys were? Your Lordship, those guys were Anvers. They're a gang, they're the worst, I'm telling you. They're scared of no one, not even Liege Tukara. Well, they're about to be scared of me. Does this kind of thing happen often around here? Shooting, yes. Attacks on nobles, not very often, unless it's the Anvers. They're vicious. Not a week goes by without them killing and gutting somebody. They're wicked heretics. They respect nothing. They follow no rules. Alright, go and report this to the Liege. Yes, I'm sorry, your lordship. I'll just go report to the Liege. They killed her. They killed my lady. Oh, this is terrible. Yeah, it's definitely not great. So we did level up from that fight. Drifter, I went Assassin. Pascal, I went Bounty Hunter. Cassia, I went Master Tactician. Adira, I went Grand Strategist. Agenta, I went Arch Militant. And Abelard, I went Vanguard. I may have to respec Abelard at some point, because I think I made his warrior abilities more like offensive, which I don't know how well that will mesh with Vanguard, which is all about being a tank. So we might choose some more tanky warrior abilities. We'll see how we go.
Alpha Row, the best dock on Footfall. It is clean, well equipped, and caters to a higher class of traveler. By local standards, that is.
Bro, if this is the best one, I'd hate to see the worst one.
A very polite way of saying a filthy hole that's slightly less filthy than the rest, Seneschal.
I'm with you, Adira. 100%. Alright, so there's a bit of an incident going on down here. I've actually been through this conversation once already, and because I'm an idiot, I had my mic muted. So we'll go through it pretty quickly. So yeah, there's a buzzing crowd. Just cut their throats already. What were they thinking? Letting that ship dock at Footfall, they're all stricken. No, no cutting. We get their blood on us, we'll be tainted too. Better burn them. Be quiet, you scoundrel. You dare pass judgment on others. What arrogance. To think you have the right. That's Reverend Aeronomus. I'm surprised he's decided to intervene in a street squabble. So we'll watch in silence, we'll let it play out. Reverend, but these are heretics, real heretics. Their whole planet is plagued. Folks say they all died over there, and why is that, huh? Because they're heretics and the Emperor punished them. Yeah, and just like that, bro, the IQ of this guy. Like, oh yeah, man, the only reason people die in this universe is because the Emperor punished them. Good people never die in the 41st millennium, do they? You idiot. We're no heretics. We ran from the heretics, barely escaped with our lives, and there was no plague on our planet, only the arch enemy's minions. A whole army of them. And if you want to blame anyone, blame those priests, blame those who abandon our world. Blame the governor, blame the tech priests. Blame the master of Kiava Gamma who forsook it in its darkest hour. Alright, so what is going on here? And who are you supposed to be? We're a concerned citizen, an armed one. I suggest you think well before giving me lip. Yeah, because we did come here incognito, so we'll try and stay undercover for as long as we can. You've got a point there. I wonder if you can back it up. Silence. You must be completely out of your minds. A band of woefully dim-witted reprobates who think themselves bringers of justice. Who are you to pass judgment on anyone? All you ought to be doing is suffering and repenting till the end of your days. And what's so wrong about that, Reverend? We just want to put these heretics to death. We're not heretics, we're refugees. I swear it on the Golden Throne. We served the Imperium faithfully until they hung us out to dry. Where were the protectors that were meant to shield the lands of humanity from nightmares? Traitors and heretics, the lot of them. Murmur runs through the crowd. How tiring. The motley sea of colours that fills this restless crowd is hard on the eyes. So many hues, but most of them are acid yellow streaks of fear, their red buds swelling, ready to burst and paint all who are gathered here. As for the hearts of those who have been forced to defend themselves, they are shrouded in purplish black grief, but their words are as transparent as the ice that lies at the top of a glacier. But commoners are always deaf to others' suffering, for such is their nature. Interfering in their affairs is hardly worthy of you or me. Which I think she does have a point, you know, like we can't get involved in every single conflict that we come across. But anyway, we'll see. Those are some serious accusations you're spouting. Do you have proof to back them up? What more proof do I need? Kiava Gamma used to be a prosperous world. My family transported goods from there for generations. And then they came. They butchered, tortured, sacrificed entire blocks to the darkness. We were on our ship up in orbit, and all those messages started coming in. Half the wardens down there joined them right away, and they even reached us in our ship with some blight that made half our crew take their own lives. We barely escaped, we barely made it here. Why? Why did this happen to us? And it does seem like what has happened to them is similar to what we've been experiencing back at Rykad or whatever it was called. I wonder what all this is about. Is our planet really under attack, or did some devious opportunists send their slanderous... send their slanderers here to undermine the might of the von Valancius dynasty. Who could it be, I wonder? There is one guy, I bet you've heard of him. His name's Conrad Voigtveer von Valancius. He ran from us not too long ago after having his ass handed to him. He must be itching to get even. Get even by besmirching the dynasty to which he belongs and supremacy over which he laid claim. He is scum, but he's no idiot. Now, I think this is something else. There are many who wish to weaken House von Valancius. Either that or it's much simpler. These people aren't lying and their planet was captured by heretics. And the rest of it they made up themselves. I can sense darkness in their past. I may not be an expert on Conrads and their schemes, but when it comes to things like this, I know what I'm talking about. Yeah, I mean, like, he was serving chaos, and then he's gone to one of our planets, where he would have a claim to a leadership position, and it's succumbed to chaos. I can see that happening. That doesn't sound too far-fetched to me. But anyway, all onlookers are to return to their homes immediately. The refugees can go to Dock Alpha Rho. I will speak to you later, comply, or face the consequences. So we'll keep them under our protection until we have a better idea what's going on. I don't want to get in trouble over this lot. The refugees use the interruption and make off in the direction of Dock Alpha Rho. The arrogance and self-righteousness of a malefactor. I am Reverend Erinomus Doloroso, head of the Drusian mission here on Footfall. I thank you for stepping in. Please come see me when you have the time. We can talk then. So should we talk to this guy while we're here? I guess we should. Leaflet. Now is our time, not theirs. Go to their homes. Drag them out of their beds. Carve open their bodies like carcasses at a slaughterhouse. What? The Imperial Navy, Cass Ballica, Corda, von Valancius, their names mean nothing now. Tomorrow we'll erase them from memory. Go and seize power, as much of it as you can. A and V, yeah, so those Anva guys, or Antler guys. Yeah, they're... My intention is that not a single one of them will draw breath once we leave this place. Alright, so let's talk to this guy and see what he wants. The Emperor protects. Yeah, we'll bow our head. His gaze bores in you as if he's trying to penetrate your thoughts. But he looks insane. And you must be the young von Valancius. That name carries weight, and it is a burdensome one, for its reputation suggests that Theodora encumbered it with many a transgression. I wonder, will you seek to shed them, or will you carry them onward, picking them along the way like ripe fruit and savouring their sweet poison? Why would you say that to him? Come on, man. Even if you were, why would you say that to him? Okay. Tell me more about Theodora. A woman of great gifts, but few considered virtue to be one of them. People whispered that power had corrupted her, made her believe that she was entitled to anything she wanted. It is known that she showed cordiality to Xenos, broke taboos and violated dogmas. Then again, so do nearly all rogue traders. Yeah. And how do you know who I am? The Emperor has blessed me with acute hearing, and the people did the rest. How many members of your crew do you think came to confess the moment they arrived in port? How long do you suppose it took me to piece together the truth from their words? Awareness test succeeded. The priest's voice is rasping and harsh, but you still managed to pick up a strange change in tone. There is something hidden behind this shift in his speech, something that he did not consider necessary to explain. I see. Well, yeah, I mean, bro, you are free to think of me what you want. A predictable response. Greetings, sister. I congratulate you on your return. Was your pilgrimage fruitful? It was, Reverend, let it be known to you that Theodora von Valancius' ship was attacked by servants of the arch-enemy who appall the heart of any righteous soul. And not all of them met a fitting end. Some fled, and more than that, their blasphemous words clearly pointed to this attack being part of a larger design. Reverend, I wish to join the esteemed rogue trader's crew and help protect the von Valancius dynasty from the forces of the arch-enemy. I'm divesting myself of the responsibility of guarding the Footfall reliquary. Right, well, we probably should have tried to make a better impression than if she's about to up and leave him. Yeah, Sister Agenta stood by my side during the assault on the ship, and I could use her assistance going forward. Follow the call of your soul, sister. The Footfall reliquary will be preserved even without your contribution, as it was in all the years preceding your arrival. I know what it is that calls you to follow the rogue trader. You seek combat, for it helps you to forget how hollow and worthless our lives truly are. It offers the illusion of meaning. Perhaps you will relinquish this illusion one day, or perhaps you will die before that day comes. Regardless, I wish you luck on your new path. But before you start on a path toward your new destiny, I have a request to make of you and your companion. Many among my flock are from the poorest, most dispossessed people on Footfall. They've brought me troubling news from Footfall's shadow quarters. In the darkest corners, where the Liege's wardens do not venture, taint has taken root. Footfall is consumed by profanity, but even here, true heresy, serving the arch-enemy, is a rarity. The cultists who now dwell in the shadow quarters mark their abodes with a sun inscribed in blue and gold, and perform strange rituals in secret. The weak find solace in believing these reports to be rumours, but I well know that evil lurks all around us, and I wish to see retribution. Right, so combat doesn't seem so pointless now, does it? Imagine that. Well, seeing as we're taking presumably one of his best soldiers from him, we can do this for you. We can absolutely do this. With great pleasure, I almost wish for the rumor to be true. My heart yearns to battle some heretics. This is where I bid you goodbye, sister. Noble Drifter, is there more you wish to ask me about? Yeah, tell me about yourself. Neither my past nor my present hold any secrets, but take heed when gazing into my heart, for many dark thoughts lurk within. What is troubling your heart? Bad omens, dark times have come, ships from the Imperium barely appear in the Coronis expanse anymore. In Footfall's shadow quarters, taint thrives, and the people here are corrupt enough to succumb to it gladly. Rumours around the expanse say that the accursed Xenos have grown bold and are rearing their heads. They attack ships and settlements, walk under the suns of Imperium worlds like kings instead of cowering in the shadows. What next? What adversities await us if such disgrace is happening already? There's more and more talk of how poorly things are going in the Expanse. Some days it seems I can't take 2 steps without hearing some peasant pontificating on the matter. Even if it is as dire as they say, the von Valancius realm will not crumble under the blows of fate, no matter how devastating. Chin up, Lord Captain, this is no time to lose heart and lament your lot. Not only is your hope false, it is also dangerous. Among his servants there have been people of greater integrity who sullied themselves in their attempts to rise above the rest. Well, you are a delightful man, I gotta say. I really gotta say. I think that's all we need to know. We'll be on our way. The Emperor protects. Let's hope so. All is calm on Footfall. Doesn't look very calm. It looks like these guys are ready to, storm the place.
The dime will be as slippery as a snake, like any seasoned operator. I don't need any voices in my head to predict that.
Some leaders hold onto power with an iron fist. But Takara isn't the type. He's an opportunist. A brilliant opportunist.
Well, let's go see what he has to say. Well, this is pretty fancy. Vladimir Takara the Liege. My patience, you remember the way out. Dismissed. Vladimir. What as he put such harsh words into your mouth? You talk like you're an imperial clerk, not one of us. Where's my cargo, Vladimir? Falco has it, doesn't he? So that's how you do business with your old friends these days. So you don't remember, then help will remind you. Guards, escort her out. Oh, okay. Hidari, move. Jay, get going while he's letting you. Go drown your sorrows at the Amassicus. And thank your lucky stars you were able to walk out the door. You won't get the chance next time. Okay. First an insult, now threats. I see courtesy intact and no longer a valued commodity on Footfall. Look, just be glad no one tried to murder you as soon as you tried to step foot onto the place. Oh well, I'll find myself a better deal. Okay, well, don't really know what that was about, but here's the dude. Vladimir Takara, Liege of Footfall, let us please proceed to my office. A spread befitting a visitor of your rank is waiting. Your entourage will be accommodated nearby. Certainly, let's go. Please follow me. Oh, damn nice. That's a lot of food. While you are engaged in small talk, you get a chance to take the measure of Liege Takara. His expression is aloof and focused, his gestures curt and firm, and his speech calm and quiet, as though he is used to people always listening to what he says. Judging by his observant gaze, he has been studying you in turn this whole time. Let's talk business. On behalf of the elite of Footfall Station, I offer you my condolences, Lord von Valancius. We mourn Lady Theodora's loss, and we hope this sentiment is taken as a sign of our good intentions and willingness to cooperate. Thank you, Liege. A terrible loss for all of us. I hope that under your guidance, the dynasty can recover from this blow and attain even greater power. I am impressed by your prudence. Your decision to arrive on Footfall incognito without announcing either the death of the previous rogue trader or your own status. It was quite wise. The rumours will spread sooner or later. It's impossible to keep secret something that's known to the thousands of people serving on a void ship. But for now, you are free to reap the benefits of anonymity. As you may have noticed, Footfall is currently in a state of crisis. Its people would benefit from the patronage of a figure such as yourself. Yeah, I was attacked right at the docks. An outrageous stunt, show of disrespect for both you and me. Sadly, such incidents on Footfall are akin to natural disasters. Impossible to predict or preempt, they simply happen. Many consider Footfall to be a pirate den, but believe me when I say there is a difference between organised crime and gangs of thugs who have nothing to lose. You were attacked by the latter. The Anvers are a gang of punks who spit on our customs and hierarchy. Even their leader is more akin to an ideologue, a rabble-rouser who calls for people's heads, not a commander. Sooner or later we will find him and have him strung up. That will likely cool his followers' enthusiasm. Behind the carefully built facade of composure you sense anger. It appears that this man is not used to losing control, but that is exactly what's happening. That's okay, that's a bit of a weird dialogue. Yeah, so we really... Yeah, well, yes, I'm sorry for the loss of your assistant. What? Oh, that, yes. Her death was a regrettable development. Alright, yeah, okay, so I can't ask you more about that right now. Who was that woman the wardens threw out? A dead woman walking. Some, however, still call her Jay Hidari, a small-time hustler with big ambitions that will lead her to a sticky end. Man, we're making these tests, hey? It's strange, a small-time hustler, even a particularly audacious one wouldn't likely quarrel in public with a figure as important as the Liege of Footfall. What seems stranger still is that the Liege knows this small fry by name. She is irrelevant, since I'm the one in control of the situation on Footfall. I can speak on behalf of all of its noteworthy residents. Right. So what's the situation in the region? Troubling. Xenos raids are growing more frequent, trade is suffering, and fringe worlds are going under. Rumours of atrocities being committed by enemies of humanity are causing excessive panic due to their exotic nature. What, like people losing their eyeballs? Is that what you mean? The core of the Imperium forces in the Coronis Expanse has departed for the sector's borders to combat the Xenos threat. There's been no word from them for a while now. Then again, with the distance and the current issues with astropaths, that is not entirely out of the ordinary. Still, we are not yet alone. From several of the worlds hit by Xenos attacks, we've received reports of fierce warriors who descended from the sky and entered the fray. The fragmentary accounts lead me to believe that the blessed Adeptus Astartes are operating in the Coronis Expanse, and I await news of their victories with great anticipation. Yeah, have there been any Xenos attacks on Footfall directly? No, there haven't. Attacking Footfall in general is not a particularly reasonable thing to do. Many ships are docked here at any given time, and even the listed weapons on board would make for a decent fighting force. And that's not even to mention the firepower that our esteemed merchants have shamefully hidden from the station's customs officials. For us here, Xenos are more of a source of income than a threat. I see. Talking about dealing in Xeno artifacts here. Natural, I find this utterly unacceptable. Yeah, let's go Iconoclast. That's kind of what we're going towards. I do not approve of fear of Xenotech. One must know and understand the enemy. I'm convinced that your connections with Footfall will allow you to broaden your knowledge and understanding of Xenos considerably. I will see to it that your curiosity is satisfied in every way. Sweet, he's gonna give us that good contraband stuff. Alright, so what sort of patronage do you seek from me? Protection. Oh, interesting. Not military protection, but a different kind of security. You have, of course, already encountered difficulties with warp navigation on your way here. I'm afraid the scope of those difficulties extends far beyond this area. Reports of disrupted routes and ships vanishing during short jumps are coming in from across the entire sector. Communication with the Calixes sector has been extremely unstable. Of the ships that have dived into the Maw in recent years, none have yet returned. What's the Maw? A turbulent region of space that divides the Coronis Expanse from the rest of the Imperium of Man. Right. The last ship that came through the Maw from the other side was struck by a temporal anomaly. The jump took almost 2 decades in real space-time. Oh, damn! How long did it take for them? Relativity at work. You have heard of periods of warp instability, including cases where the Maw would become completely inaccessible for navigation for years on end, thus temporarily cutting off the Coronis Expanse from the Imperium. Even so, Vladame's words are particularly alarming. It seems that something has a profound effect on the Maw. And this brings us to our main issue. Footfall is a repair shipyard and a trading post. We barely produce anything ourselves and are largely dependent on incoming shipments, especially food shipments. The station naturally has some reserves, but the supply issues didn't start yesterday. Footfall would be obliged if House von Valancius would assist us by signing a contract for food deliveries. Yeah, okay. I can't be the only one you've asked for help. Yeah, like this really doesn't give you enough detail, does it? Naturally, I tried contacting other rogue traders, but the terms of House Quarter would have bled Footfall dry, and for the esteemed Caligus Winterscale, instead of a food shipment from him, I received a transport, the Navica, packed with refugees. I had to send them off to Foulstone. So many extra mouths to feed would have only worsened the crisis further. I suppose all these warp fluctuations must have created more pressing concerns for Lord Winterscale, and so I put my faith in you, the third and last of Footfall's allies. Okay. Yeah, so what are the terms of this deal? It's simple. Delivery of food shipments from your fertile worlds. Janus, I imagine I'm quite familiar with that jewel of the Von Valancius Protectorate, in exchange for fair payment. Okay. Man, yeah, so you can be quite a prick here. Very well, I'll help with food shipments. I'll help Footfall, but not out of desire for profit. I have no interest in obtaining any favours in kind or becoming your patron, only in saving people's lives. No, Will, I think that sounds good. Yeah, he's got, you know, like supplies and cash and weapons, and we've got food, so that sounds like a fair deal. Very well, I will help with food shipments. I'm immensely obliged, your lordship. I assume you're going to need time to get the shipments up and running. I can wait on my end. I promise you complete cooperation with your endeavours. Excellent. Yeah, I would like to know more about the Anvers gang. I wanna drink their blood and feast on their souls. I've been using all my resources to delay the moment when the station is hit by famine. I haven't gotten around to the Anvers yet. As detrimental as they are, they're no players. When their leader dies, the rest will scatter. Okay. Where does one go to make a few deals here in the station? Here, I'm the main dealer on the station, and it would be disrespectful of me to suggest that you take your business to Footfall traders of lesser importance. Still, you might take an interest in a few people of note. For example, yep, the Reverend. This servant of the is rumoured to purchase sacred relics from captains and other traders. Don't see him keen on become... What? This servant is rumoured to purchase sacred relics from captains, and other traders don't seem keen on becoming his competitors. Okay, so if we want a sacred relic, he's our man. If you're looking for goods that can entertain you, find Octaviana at the establishment called the Adeptus Amescus. Man, these names. The chemical bliss that she offers is refined and possesses a satisfactory degree of purity. Just don't ask her to pour you her signature drink. It's meant for common Footfall rabble, not discerning clientele. Okay. Yeah, I'm interested in your wares. What have you got? I'm at your service. You can expect the most generous discounts. Sweet. So what's he got for us? What's he got for us? Rest assured I will be candid. My lips are bound by the oath of service. What exactly interests you in Footfall? This abode of merchants, xenotech traders, and only a few bandits. Yeah. Yeah, what oath were you referring to? There is a certain custom on Footfall. Any rogue trader who arrives at the station and docks is considered to be its absolute ruler, and the liege their loyal servant. That makes me your servant, right? So this guy works for us. Well, he seems all right so far. So we'll work with him. So what happens if two rogue traders come here at the same time? Then who's his boss? Who does he have to listen to then?